known as the Freedom Mentor, and I specialize in helping accountants, business advisors, and consultants to systemize and scale their practice. Now, today I want to talk to you a little bit about mindset, and this wasn't my plan. I wasn't going to be talking to you about mindset, but I did a post on my Facebook page today, and I'm just going to share it with you. Actually, hold on one sec. Let me close that down. All right, so my post said, mindset is everything. And then it said, I've noticed that when I work on up leveling my business, the biggest shifts come from my thinking, not my doing. Okay, biggest shifts come from thinking, not my doing. It's easy to do. It's more difficult to think of things to do. Okay, it's very easy to be busy being busy. So often our mindset tells us no, and when our mindset says we can't do something, it gets in the way of progress. For example, and remember this was posted on Facebook, but for example, I used to tell myself that accountants and bookkeepers wouldn't hang out on Facebook, so I focused all my marketing on LinkedIn. However, I get far more interaction on my Facebook profile than I do on my LinkedIn profile. So the story, the mindset story that I was telling myself actually was a complete and utter fib, because truthfully, I get more success from my Facebook marketing than I do from my LinkedIn marketing. Now, one of the comments on this post was, I'm just going to read it out. I'm not going to share, but I will read it out. My limiting belief is definitely that I'll never get my own clients. Okay, so this is a limiting belief that someone put on my update around mindset. And I said to this lovely lady, I said, what evidence do you have that's shown up that says you will never get your own clients? So I asked her the question, what evidence do you have for this mindset? And she actually said, well, I haven't yet. She's still working full time and she has studying and kids. She works for a firm, but she's never got a client. So she actually doesn't have evidence that she won't get clients. She's just told herself that she will struggle, but she has no evidence. Nothing has shown up to prove that. And then she went on, because she started thinking about this, she then went on to say, I guess I don't know where to start, and I don't really believe anyone would want to book me. So she's been studying and doing accounting for 7 years. She's been in practice for 7 years, yet she still believes that she can't help people. So now what I went on to say, and this is what I want you to think about. So you have a limiting belief. First of all, look for evidence to prove that limiting belief. You probably can't find any evidence because it's just a limiting belief rather than something that's fact. Then I went on to say, what is it, now that you think that that is a limiting belief, what is stopping you from getting clients? Because she's very aware that there is no evidence. So I said, now we have no evidence that this is a limiting belief that's real, because we haven't had any evidence of her not getting clients. I said, what we do know is that there is a knowledge gap and a confidence gap. Okay, because she said, I can't get clients. So instead of it being a limited belief, we've now worked out that she actually doesn't know how to get clients, and she's also not very confident. She's a little bit nervous about getting the clients. So now what we have to do is take action. So this mindset where she's not going to get clients is now an action that she needs to take. So she needs to do two things. One, she needs to learn how to get clients. So her first action is, what is the thing that she needs to do first? And that is either learn how to get clients or get clear on who would be an ideal client. That's what would be my advice. You know, who do you want to work with would be the first action about getting clients. And then two, right, remember she said she wasn't confident. She didn't believe that she could go out and get clients. So the second action that she needs to do is look for evidence about how great she is. So I tasked her to go and write a list of everybody that she's already helped. I tasked her to go and get a list of all of her qualifications, her time in industry, the results, who had said thank you, things like that. All right. So let's just recap this mindset malarkey. If you are finding that you are unable to do something and you believe it's a limiting belief, the first thing I want you to do is look for evidence to prove you right. Okay? Because if you have a limiting belief you can't do something, you have to look for evidence where you have done something and it hasn't been true. Okay, so first of all, look for evidence. You probably won't find any. Secondly, really have a look at the feelings that you have that's stopping you from taking action. So just like this lovely lady said, she can't get clients. Actually, her problem was a knowledge gap and a confidence gap. Now we know what the actual problem is, not the limiting belief, but the actual problem. We can take action to overcome this mindset blockage. So what we've worked out actually is it's not a mindset blockage, it's a knowledge blockage. And that tends to be the thing that stops you from having the success that you want, or from completing or doing the things that you want to do. And this can be applied to anything in life, whether it be that you are struggling to lose weight, whether it be that you are struggling to grow your business, whether it be you're struggling to connect with your children, whether it be you're unhappy in your relationships. It's not a mindset problem, it's a knowledge problem. You need to work out what is stopping you from getting to where you want to be. What are your limiting beliefs? Look for the evidence that those limiting beliefs are real. Actually, you'll never find any. And then go, so what's the real problem? Why is my mindset telling me this? What's the real problem? And for me, over the past few months, I've had a real problem with showing up on my lives. I have struggled to come and show up and do my lives. You will have noticed I was doing one every single day for over a year. And then one day I woke up and went, I can't do this. And I didn't know why I couldn't do it. And I started to tell myself these stories that actually I can't go live anymore. I've run out of things to say. I'm like, what? I've run out of things to say. This is me we're talking about. I've always got something to say. But I told myself that for 365 days, I've done a video, I've shown up live, and I'd run out of things to say. And then I realized, actually, I hadn't run out of things to say. I hadn't sat down and planned what I was going to say. But it took me a few months to work this out. So I believed my limiting belief. Then I had to get over myself and do exactly what I tell my clients to do, and what I say to you to do is to look at the evidence that I've run out of things to say. I'd convinced myself that I couldn't show up anymore, which was a complete and utter fib. And the moment I start showing up, amazingly, I have 1,000 things that I'm going to say. So action overcomes fear. It's very, very true. And it does happen to the best of us. I make showing up on video look easy. By the way, it's not for me easy, but action overcomes fear, and I'm back with a vengeance. So again, another limiting belief of I've run out of things to say. All right, hope this has been helpful. I would love to know from you what limiting beliefs you believe are stopping you. Where is the evidence for that? And actually, what are the things you need to do to overcome those limiting beliefs? I will also put underneath this live a link to the update on my Facebook update, a link to the Facebook update. I'll put that underneath so that you can go and have a look, and you can actually see the conversations that we're having there around mindset as well. We can't gloss over this. Our mindset is the thing that stops us from taking massive action. It's the thing that limits our success. It underpins everything. Just because we might know how to do something doesn't mean we're going to do it. We need to look at what is stopping us. What do we need to know? There's a knowledge gap often, and there's a fear. And why does that fear happen? What can we do to actually overcome that fear? Let me know what you think about mindset. And I know I've got a call at the end of this week with a gentleman that has really struggled with mindset over the past year, and has struggled to decide whether or not to join our momentum program because of his mindset. And one of the things I'm going to be speaking to him about on Friday is actually how to overcome his mindset issues, because it is literally a story in your head and it's probably not true. And we need to make sure that we are not letting our limiting beliefs hold us back, because we are all destined for great things if we embrace them and don't let the little devil in our head get the better of us. All right, I'll catch up with you soon. Have a great day. Bye.